Well, good evening, everybody. It is February 7th, and I have a different type of topic for you today. As you know, I'm an internal medicine doctor. I'm very passionate about vaccination and immunization, and I do a lot of posts about clinical topics. Well, there's more to me than that. I am also a Alpine certified level 3 ski instructor with 30 years of experience. I've taught at Squaw Valley, now Palisades, Tamarack, Snowbird, Mount Hood Meadows, and Schweitzer and Shawnee Mountain, Pennsylvania, and written extensively for the Professional Skier and Ski Patrol magazine, and also 32 Degrees magazine, which used to be called the Professional Skier magazine. Tonight, I want to talk about Lindsey Vonn and what she is going to attempt to do tomorrow. And it's remarkable. This really is a remarkable thing. So, for those of you who don't know who Lindsey Vonn is, she is a fantastic American ski racer. She's been around. She's probably the oldest member of the team, 41 years old. She won the Olympic gold medal in the downhill some years ago. She has had some significant injuries, and including having a partial knee replacement. She's been through a lot, and still at the age of 41, has decided to make a comeback. And she made the Olympic team, and she was training. And last week, she got back on her skis on a downhill run and tore her ACL. And I knew immediately watching the film that it was a torn ACL because I have torn my ACL 3 times. So I know a little bit about what it's like to tear one of those things and had to have surgery and recover from it. And it's a tough thing to do. Um, so when she tore her ACL last week, she announced that she was going to continue on and attempt the downhill in the Olympics, the races tomorrow. She's had, I believe, 2 training runs, and astonishingly has skied very well in these 2 training runs. I think placing fourth or fifth. So she is right at the cusp of being able to make the podium tomorrow. If she does that, in my opinion, it is one of the greatest sports achievements in history. It's akin to Muhammad Ali winning the title for the third time, or George Foreman regaining the heavyweight championship in his 40s. This is a remarkable feat. Most people would never consider doing this. But Lindsey Vonn is a different breed of cat. She is some competitor. She's very tough. She's an amazing skier, and I think she just might do it. Now, let me tell you why I say this. Now, I'm not comparing my skiing with her in any way, shape, or form. Uh, I am a ski instructor at level 3. To make level 3, you have to be able to ski very well in very difficult conditions, all kinds of terrain. The level 3 exam is really difficult. I know I failed it 3 times before I finally passed it. When I took my and passed my level 3 exam, I had already torn my ACL twice and had a one prior ACL reconstruction, and then tore it again. And it was about 2 months before the exam. I thought my season was over, that I wouldn't be able to take the exam. But as the weeks went by, my knee felt pretty good. I took out my Donjoy ACL brace and I was skiing. And as long as I stayed on top of the skis and kept myself stacked and aligned, I didn't feel any pain in the knee at all. And despite all odds, I went for it and took the level 3 PSIA exam, and I passed it with a torn ACL. Now, that's not the Olympic downhill. I'm not comparing myself to that at all. But the level 3 PSIA exam is really hard. You have to be a really good skier to pass that test. And it's really on difficult terrain. It's not just, a groom straight run with gates. You've got powder, you've got crud, you've got bumps, you've got all kinds of crazy turns you have to make, one skiing, hop turns, all kinds of stuff. So I was able to pass it with a torn ACL and with a brace. So I think it's very conceivable that Lindsey Vonn could win tomorrow. She could make the podium. She has a elaborate brace. She's got the best orthopedic doctors in the country to advise her, and she knows how to ski. The key thing here is to stay on top of the skis. What she cannot do, and how she tore it in the first place, was if you get behind your skis. If you get in the back seat at all and you go down, it puts your knee is bent at a 90-degree angle or greater, and then you put a little torque on it, and boom, that just tears the ACL. As long as she stays on top of her skis, stays in balance, centered, stacked over the center of the ski, the ACL is not going to, it won't be a factor. The brace will help her maintain, a neutral, balanced position of the tibia on top of the femur on top of the tibia, and as long as she doesn't get in the back seat, fall, or twist the leg, she could very well ski just as well with a torn ACL and a brace as she does without one. And she may make the podium tomorrow. I'll be rooting for her if she does. Now, a lot of people have said she's insane. This is crazy. She's out of her mind. She shouldn't do this. This is unheard of. There have been other ski racers who've raced with torn ACLs. And certainly, I know lots of instructors and other very high level skiers who have injured their ACLs and gotten them fixed, injured them again, and just said, the heck with it. I'm not going to bother with it. And they just ski with a brace. It forces you, when you have a torn ACL, it really forces you to watch your mechanics and really watch your balance and stay in good balance. Because as long as you're in good balance, you can ski with a torn ACL. I do it every day. My ACL is still torn, and I wear a brace, and I'm able to ski okay. Not at the level I used to, but I'm not a kid anymore either. But anyhow, so the point is, my prediction is tomorrow, Lindsey Vonn is going to make the podium. I don't know if she's going to win a gold, but I think she's going to make the podium. I would not be surprised if she takes a bronze or a silver. And I think this is an astonishing accomplishment for an older person to do this at 41 with a torn ACL. She's really a role model, an example for people as they get older. Just because you might be middle-aged or older. Sorry, Lindsey, I referred to you as middle-aged. Just because you might be middle-aged or older doesn't mean that you can't still be competitive. It's all about the desire and that fire in your heart as to whether or not you really want to do it. But I would not be surprised. Keep an eye on this tomorrow. This is a big deal. I said, if she just completing the race is an amazing thing. If she makes the podium, I would put this up there with Muhammad Ali getting the title for the third time, George Foreman regaining the title at, I think, 44. This is a big deal in the world of sports. So good luck, Lindsey. Just stay on top of those skis.